Hey guys, I'm coming off of a little bit of a high here. I just placed my 5th machine, and it's one of the U-turns, and I'm pretty excited about that. That's actually pretty cool. It's a great location. It's got a great amount of foot traffic in it. The guys in there are super nice. Turns to find out that there was a convenience store that was nearby that just recently closed down. And because of it, we were, they were, I can say, snackless, is the best way I can put it. But when I approached them about it, they had actually requests. They wanted their own list of things that they would like in it, and they were very excited about it. It was a great meeting. I got to say, it was pretty awesome, and it's that feeling I love to take with me throughout the day, and it's been pretty good. A couple things I want to mention. If you are doing this, if you're basically doing gumball machines and vending machines, well, mainly just gumball machines. I got zero knowledge on that other end of the drink machines and the snack machines that they put in. I'm just strictly gumballs at this point. But if you do it, it's a good idea to kind of get with the people that you're putting these machines at, not just asking them if they'll take one. Step one, find out if they want one there, and if they do want one there, kind of get a consensus of what they would like in the machine. Don't be, I guess, rigid when it comes to what you can put into it. When it comes to filling them up, gumballs are a must. You got to have gumballs in these machines. If you're doing any machine at all, if you're doing a single head, that single head should just be gumballs. But if you're placing them, then ideally you're going to want a double head, so that gumballs, no matter what, is part of the package deal. Now the other thing, Skittles, it could be peanuts, it could be peanut M&Ms, or something that they request, whatever they request is. You can try to work it out. Hopefully there's a supplier that can get it cheap enough to where you can get in there and put that product in there. I think it's a great idea. Personally, I'm leaning myself. I'm moving toward the 3-head to 4-head type units. I'm probably going to settle on just the 3 heads, mainly because I like 3 choices. I like the gumballs, the peanut M&Ms, and the Skittles. They're still fairly profitable when you measure them out correctly. And so I'm pretty excited about that. I've got about 5 more locations lined up. I just got to get 5 more machines purchased for them. Now the cool thing about this is at my personal pace, I don't have to rush. I don't feel like I need to run out there and grab me 100 machines real fast. I can't even afford that anyway if I tried. But I feel good knowing that even at my pace, I still have places to put them. And they're good places. They're good places to pop them in, get sorted out, and it'll be done at a pace that I'm comfortable with. Also gives me plenty of time to get familiar with, start getting new machines. I was concentrating on getting used machines for a while through Marketplace and everywhere else, and Facebook and eBay, and anybody who was selling machines that I could get for the low prices, I was all about it. But now that I'm kind of established in certain places, I really want to concentrate on having new ones. Mainly because I don't want to have to worry about any repairs anytime soon. And it'll give me an opportunity to research those companies a little more and try to find the best machines for these locations. So before, it was just what I bought was what's going to get placed. Now I feel a little more knowledgeable. I can now dictate what I want to purchase and place, and I'm good with that. And I think that's a good place to be if you're doing this for yourself. Don't get discouraged. People will tell you no, people will tell you yes. It comes with the territory. But you really got to want to do this. This is not for everybody. I'm going to expand upon that just a little bit. I was talking to my wife not too long ago about this. There was a couple women that went out and did this. They went on the gumball journey, and they did pretty well. They placed a lot of machines, and they placed them quickly, and they started working them and started doing all those details. However, they weren't prepared for the back end of always having to go back to them and always having to stock them and always having to check them. And it turned into a job, is what it was. It's, they were looking for passive income, but they were actually having to go back more often than they had planned on. And to me, it's kind of funny because there was two of them. They were working together. I'm doing this on my own, and a lot of people who do this on their own. Two is actually pretty cool because you can save some of the the cost. The split down the middle is a little bit rough, but it's neither here nor there. But I'm merely saying that for the most part, there's a lot of things that go into this business that a lot of people don't tell you about. You find out on your own. And I guess that's the major reason why there's a lot of those I quit videos that you see on YouTube if you are researching these. There's a lot of people who put in the legwork, and then after 7 or 8 months, maybe a year later, 2 years later, 3 years down the road, there's a video telling you why they got out of the business. And it's kind of sad, but when you listen to them, you understand right away why. And I get it. I get it now. I get it more now than ever. Especially with the pandemic and people worried about diseases and germs and everything else. And I think for the most part, we're probably past a lot of that. I could be wrong. In my neck of the woods, no one really worries about it. It's not as condensed an area. I mean, so everybody just follow the basic rules. Stay away from each other and keep your hands clean, and But my biggest selling point to the people that I'm putting the machines is, look, I will sanitize the machines. I will come back and I will sanitize them. I will keep them clean. It's not going to be every day. I schedule a trip like every 2 weeks to every month to come back and make sure that these machines are good and clean and working for the most part. My number's plastered all over it. If there's a problem with them, they know who to call. And I got to know these people. I didn't just walk in and ask them. I took time to get to know them, and I got to know their business. I wanted to know more about what they do, so that if they have services I could use, I'm happy to be a part of it. Some of it's not just cut and dry. I think it's very important to build a rapport with the people you got these machines at, so that if anything does go wrong, they'll call you. They'll tell you. It's not going to be one of those they forget about you as soon as they see you, and then they don't know who you are. I think that part that rubs me a little bit funny, because I'm not that guy. I like to get to know people. I like to really get to know you and what you're about, and knowing that if something were to go wrong with my machine, you'd call me. And that's just the way it is. That's the way I feel about it. But there are other people that they just want to make sure the only goal is to get the machine placed, and once you get it placed, get out of their hair as quickly as possible, and then maybe nothing goes wrong. And that's what you're hoping for the best. I feel like it's too much to have to worry about if you do it that way. I get a lot of anxiety from that stuff. So, that's pretty much all I want to talk about right now. Just get out there and meet the people that you're putting these machines at. Really get to know them. Not really going to expand upon it, but also, if you are doing this machine work and you're putting out there and finding these locations, make a spreadsheet. Get a binder, get some sheets, and keep notes of everything, every single detail. The name of the business, the address, the phone number, who your contact is there, the machine that you put there, what you have in there. What candy? Is it candy? Is it peanut M&Ms? Is it gumballs? The wheels that you're using, the Candies wheels, and if you had to make adjustments to those wheels, write down what adjustment that was. Some of them are marked, so you'll be able to see the number of where the adjustment is, and then you can keep moving right along. Repair notes, any additional notes that you can put on there, any info that you can put on these sheets, if you've had to come back and do a service. And then write in your service notes. How long between services? 2 weeks? Do you need to go back 3 weeks? What's selling? What isn't selling? There's a lot of things that you really need to keep in contact with. You want to stay on top of. But that's all. It's just basic stuff. And the reason why I say you start that now is because if you start to get to the point where you've got about 30 or 40 locations, you're not going to remember what you got at each location. You're just not going to do it. I got 5 locations and trying to move to 10 locations. That just, like I said, I got spots, I just need machines. But that's what you need to do. Keep records of everything. What your candy purchases were when you bought them, so that you know what you put into those machines as opposed to the profit that you're trying to get back out of them. But just stay on top of it. Just stay on top of it. It's just basic stuff. And you'll do great. You'll do great. I feel like you'll be successful. As long as your heart's into it, you're going to do, man, just get out there and get it. It's still doable. I believe in you. So, this is Phil. Have a great day and keep selling.